Ms. Roner. Okay, so I was thinking, because my name is Deirdre, first of all. Can you guys say Deirdre? Deirdre. So Mrs. Aieden told me that you were studying the moon right now. Is that what you're studying?
Yeah, that's a rocket, so we're making a rocket into a rocket. Yeah.
I saw that. Whose idea was that?
Mrs. Aieden.
Mrs. Aieden has a lot of good ideas. And then did you add all your ideas to it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Well, my idea, even though it was story time, was that I was going to read you a couple of poems as well. How would that be? Okay. So this is a book of favorite poems that was put together by a lady named Carolyn Kennedy, and her dad was the President of the United States of America. So he was pretty busy, but even though he was so busy doing that, they all loved poetry, and they all thought stories and poetry were important to have all the time. So even when you grow up, you don't have to stop reading stories and poems. So first I wanted to read one. How many people are 5? How many people are 6?
I turned 6 October 27th.
Okay, well I found the perfect poem for you guys because it's about 5 and 6-year-olds in November. So I'm going to read this to you. This poem is called Who Are You, Little I? By E.E. Cummings. He's an American poet. Who are you, little I, 5 or 6 years old, peering from some high window at the gold of November sunset and feeling that if day has to become night, this is a beautiful way. What's happening in this poem?
It's
Shall I read it again?
rhyming.
It's raining?
It's rhyming.
It's rhyming? Well, let's listen again. I think you're right. I heard some words that rhymed. See if you can, in your head, figure out where, inside your head, see if you can figure out what the picture of this poem is, okay? Who are you, little I, 5 or 6 years old, peering from some high window at the gold of November sunset, and feeling that if day has to become night, what a beautiful way. Can you guys peer at me? Can you show everybody what you're doing with your face? Who's peering? So if you're peering from some high window, pretend you're looking out a window. And what's happening at sunset? What's happening up in the sky? What's disappearing and what's appearing?
The sun's setting and the moon's coming.
Yeah. So it's about a little 5 or 6-year-old person looking out at the sunset and kind of thinking, do you think they feel nice about it or not? And feeling that if day has to become night, what a beautiful way. Okay, now I'm going to read you a poem that I think you will be able to imagine exactly what this 5 or 6-year-old child is doing. This is by an Irish poet named Galway Kinnell. So this is from a poet who lives on an island on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. Hide and Seek. And he wrote this poem 90 years ago. Once, when we were playing hide and seek and it was time to go home, the rest gave up on the game before it was done, and I forgot I was still hiding. I remained hidden as a matter of honor until the moon rose. This picture is for a different poem on this page. I'm going to read it to you again and tell me what you think this person is doing. And Galway Kinnell is a man, so maybe it's a little boy. Maybe it's him as a boy in this poem.
I think he's hiding behind some of these things.
What things are those?
Stop sign.
Stop sign.
The houses,
Mm-hmm. Blocks.
ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
stop sign. Oh, look at there's the moon.
There is the moon. So let's figure out where he might be seeing the moon in this poem. Once, when we were playing hide and seek and it was time to go home, the rest gave up on the game before it was done, and I forgot I was still hiding. I remained hidden as a matter of honor until the moon rose. So when did he go home? Do you think it was dark?
Yeah.
Do you think he was hungry?
Yeah.
How do you think he felt? Listen to, well, listen to this. I remained hidden as a matter of honor until the moon rose.
What does honor mean?
What does honor mean? Mm-hmm.
It means that you really want to do something, but you've never done it before.
Well, that's, so how would you, what words would you use? Does anyone have any other words to describe that when you want to do something but you've never done it before? How might you feel?
Sad.
Sad if you're trying something you wanted to do but you never did before? Yeah.
And the other person and everybody else said no.
That might make you feel sad, yeah.
Nervous.
Nervous. So if you do something you really want to do, you've never done before, and you're feeling nervous, but you do it anyway, what could we call that feeling?
Happy.
Happy?
Not listening. Listening, but doing your own thing.
Doing your own thing, that could definitely be doing your own thing. What about brave?
Yeah.
Sometimes when we're nervous and we do something that we really want to do, but we've never tried it before, we're brave.
And like when you go to the doctor and there's something that you don't like, you be brave.
That's right. That's right. So honor is when we want to be brave, but we want to be good. We want to do something that we think is good and strong and honest. And so he wants to do it because he just thinks it's the right thing to do to finish the game, even though everyone else left.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think being honorable sounds like a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, one more poem, and then I'm going to read you an actual story. This poem is about a different planet. It's not about the moon. It's about this planet. It is about the Earth, and it is also about each person on Earth. The world. William Brightly Rands. Great, wide, beautiful, wonderful world, with the wonderful water round you curled, and the wonderful grass upon your breast. World, you are beautifully dressed. The wonderful air is over me, and the wonderful wind is shaking the tree. It walks on the water and whirls the mills and talks to itself on the top of the hills. You, friendly earth, how far do you go with the wheat fields that nod and the rivers that flow, with the cities and gardens and cliffs and isles and people upon you for thousands of miles? Oh, you are so great, and I am so small. I tremble to think of you, world, at all. And yet, when I say my prayers today and whisper inside me, it seems to say,